Ty had 5 assists in his first game. Like I said, starting point guard Kevin Porter is averaging 5.6 assists in 3 times as many minutes. He's also second in the NBA in turnovers with 4 per game. Ole Joel Embiid, not a point guard, has more turnovers per game than KPJ. His shooting percentage is the same, but his three-point percentage is down from last year. So it's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
shooting percentage overall, but three-point percentage is down, and his field goal percentage is the worst of his career this year, even
Yeah.
though his free throw percentage is way up. Do you think, looking at all those numbers and all the other stuff that you're seeing, that he has improved overall this season?
He is a mystery to me as to whether the improvement is there because what I do like, his temperament is improved. He's not doing some of the non-basketball stuff on the court that drove me crazy as much. The decision making is improved as much as the turnover, and I'm not talking about just turning the ball over. I'm talking about knowing when to let other players take control, and he's done a great job doing that. The shooting is not good. The shooting has definitely taken a dive. Like you said, his EFG is plummeted from last year. And one of the things that's really taken a dive is his pick and roll ball handling. Last season, he was in the 43rd percentile, which isn't great. This year, he is down to the 23rd. His points per possession in the pick and roll is 0.74 right now, which is really, really, really bad for a starting level point guard, to the point where Jalen Green is actually a better pick and roll player than him this season. And obviously, the Rockets run a ton of pick and roll. So if your point guard is really suffering at that, that really says something. Last season it was 0.82, not great, but that's almost like a 10 point when we're looking at the decimal system decrease in pick and roll efficiency. His shooting out of the pick and roll is down a lot, almost 10% down with his EFG out of the pick and roll. So I'm trying to think: is it more responsibility? Was there a change? Was it Christian Wood that made those numbers look better now that he doesn't have that Christian Wood catch and shoot or rolling threat there? It makes it harder for him. My last video was discussing how the rebuild fits the players, and my assessment of them is that they're in a system that doesn't play to their strengths, and we've talked about this over and over and over again. You look at the skill set of a Kevin Porter Jr. This is a guy that's one of the best catch and shoot 3-point shooters on high volume in the NBA. You look at his skill set as an isolation scorer, as a guy that you just want to go get a bucket. You look at what he does and how he scores and the manner in which he scores, which is really just focusing on his own game, trying to pick out mismatches. And you look at that and say, hey, let me put you at point guard. That doesn't make sense to me.
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.